What was the condition of the weavers before that network was broken down? Europe was the flourishing market of Indian textiles. So weavers were selling their products to the best buyers at the same time they were having domestic market also. The British cotton industry was yet not expanded. Yet not expanded means manufacturing in factory was not started at that time. So the company was keen on expanding textile export from India. But it was difficult for the East India Company to ensure regular supply of goods. So after gaining political power in Bengal and Carnatic, gaining political power, they got the political power in Bengal after winning Battle of Buxar. And they got the Diwani right of Bengal. And in Carnatic after defeating the Tipu Sultan. So after gaining political power, new management and control system was employed to eliminate competition, control costs and ensure regular supply. Listen, you have to understand these three things, that how they eliminated competition, how they controlled costs and ensure regular supply. And these three things actually finally change the condition of the weavers. See here, how did the company eliminate competition? So the question arises, who the competitors were. First, exporters from different countries. This we have done in last class also. We did it that trade network was having port city, supply merchant and inland region. And at port city, exporters were there from many countries. And another competitors were Indian traders who were dominating the domestic market. So first we will understand about the European exporters, right? European traders. European traders were eliminated through acquiring monopoly rights and through wars. Monopoly rights were discussed in the last class also. Fine. See here again. The monopoly right means a privilege granted by an authority to a person or entity to exclude all others from using or producing or selling a certain invention or product or service. I am repeating again. The monopoly right means a privilege granted by an authority to a person or entity to exclude all others from using or producing or selling a certain invention or product or services. So in this case means in case of the British East India Company, monopoly right was granted by Queen of Britain to the East India Company to trade with India, which means no other British trading company was allowed to trade with India. That is, the British East India Company was the only trading house to supply Indian commodity in Britain. So in this way, they eliminated the competition from other British company. The entire market of Britain was under the East India Company in case of the Indian goods. And they were the only supplier in Britain of the Indian goods. And next, what about the other European companies? Through wars. Through wars means the East India Company, after acquiring the political powers, they fought numerous wars to eliminate other Europeans like French, Dutch and others. Right? Portuguese and Danish. Through war, they were eliminated. Only they were remain in some specific area on the terms and conditions of the Britishers. And like Portuguese remain confined to eastern coast in Goa and around it. French remain confined in Puducherry and some place nearby, Karikal, Yemen, these places, a few places only. Right? Others, Dutch and Danish, they almost left India. Now next job was to eliminate local traders, control cost and ensure regular supply. This was done through a series of steps. The first step was appointment of Gomastas. Who were Gomastas? Gomastas were paid servants to supervise weavers, collect supplies and examine the quality of clothes. Last class I told you that supply merchants were replaced by Gomastas. Right? So by appointing Gomastas, they established more direct control over the weavers. Next step adopted was the system of loans. A system of loans that prevented the weavers from dealing with other buyers and controlled cost. How the system of loan works? With the new order, whenever the weavers are getting the new order from the Britishers, the loan was provided to purchase raw material. Those who accepted the loan had to hand over the cloth produced by them to Gumastas, not any other traders. In starting, weavers eagerly took the loan hoping to earn more. Later on, they realized the problems created with the system of loans. Most of the weavers had small plots of lands which they earlier cultivated along with the weavings. And the grains produced from this took care of their family needs. Now they had to lease out the land and devote all their timing to weaving. Weaving required the labor of the entire family, with children and women engaged in different stages of the process. Another problem was that the weavers had to hand over the clothes on the fixed date, even if they were having some issues or any family function. Whatever the matter, hardly matters. Soon this situation led to a frequent clashes between weavers and Gomastas. Why it happened? Earlier, supply merchants had very often lived within the weaving villages and had a close relationship with the weavers, looking after their needs and helping them in time of crisis. The new Gomastas were outsiders with no long-term social link with the village. They acted arrogantly, marched into village with sepoys and peons, and punished weavers for delays in supply. Moreover, the supply merchants survive on the commission getting from the weavers along with the exporters. So he tried to sell out the product to the best buyer. And Gomastas, they were the paid servant, the salary was fixed, so they were loyal to the company rather than having any empathy for the weavers. So what was the condition of the weavers? They lost the space for bargain, received miserably low price from the company, and because of loan tied to them. Weavers in Karnataka and Bengal deserted villages. Elsewhere, weavers along with the village traders revolted. Many weavers closed down their workshop.